All right, welcome back. We got our Lucky Tackle Box Bass XL box for September. If you're not familiar with Lucky Tackle Box, it's a subscription-based company. You send them $15 a month for the normal box, and they send you a box of tackle worth something more than that. This is an upgrade to the normal bass box. It's the XL box. Typically contains 2 extra fairly good baits. And anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this thing. This is a retake, so I've already opened the box. And seeing what was in it, but my camera wasn't cooperating. The focus was all messed up, and the picture just was terrible. So we're reshooting this. Let's give it a look. All right, this month's a little bit different. The Fish Island magazine that's in every month's box, instead of having a separate card that tells you what's in the box, this one is a preview of what's in every box that they offer this month. So open up here and see what we got in our Bass XL box. First up from Ussery, we've got a 3dB popper. Ussery high quality baits. The 3dB have a prism finish to them, so there's the bait itself is made out of clear polymer, and then there's a holographic piece of foil down the middle, which gives it a really nice finish. Catches the light really well. And then the surface stuff is all translucent, so just a really pretty bait. Good rattles, dress trebles, good quality treble hooks, and this is 3/8 of an ounce in a blue, kind of a blue bait fish color. That is the 3dB popper from Ussery. All right, next up from Dynamic Lures. We've got the HD XXL. So this is a jerk bait, and that's a really unique bait. I haven't seen anything like it before. So yeah, jerk bait, not that big a deal. What makes this one unique is this little chamber right here. So got a little chamber that opens up on the back of the bait and covers up a little hole into the inside of the bait, and you press it back in and it seals up. The bait also comes with this little vial of BBs, and they're made to go inside the bait. So you open up the little chamber in the back here and add or subtract BBs to get your desired weight and your desired rattle profile. So it's got good rattles already. Ouch. Hooks are definitely sticky sharp. But let's say, as it's delivered, it floats. If you want this thing to suspend, you add BBs until it suspends. If you want it to sink, add BBs until it sinks at the rate of fall you're looking for. Really nice finish. They call this glimmer trout, so kind of a metallic iridescent finish on the top, and then your nice rainbow trout, kind of stalker trout pattern to it. Other than that, this will be really good. If the lake's got big fish, has rainbow trout or stock trout in it, this is definitely a good bet for those. And that is the Dynamic Lures HD XXL. Right, next up from Lunker Hunt, got the Natural Series Hatch Spin. What I noticed straight away about this bait is for its size, and it's really small, it is incredibly heavy. This is a 1 ounce solid body. Nice little bait fish color to it. It's almost like a baby bass. They're calling it Rocky. I don't know, whatever. Nice big spinner on the back with a ball bearing swivel for the spinner. The other thing I noticed about this bait is this treble hook. For the weight of this bait, which implies heavy bait, you're going to need a fairly heavy rod and heavy line. That treble hook's just not very big, so I'd be concerned about ripping this treble hook, either straightening it out or ripping it out of a fish's mouth. So I'm probably going to go with a bigger, stouter treble hook for this bait before I fish it. That is the Dynamic Lures, the Lunker Hunt Natural Series Hatch Spin. All right, next up from Giwa is the Prism Worm. So this is a stick bait, real strong fish or squid scent to it. lots of salt in it. What makes it a little bit different is it's got a hexagonal cross-sectional profile. So if you wacky rig this thing as it sinks, it'll give it a little extra flutter as the water comes around the facets of the bait. Same with a Texas rig. It'll have a little more should have a little more action on the fall, but really soft bait and really dense. These things are really heavy. 5 to the pack. So that's the Prism Worm from Giwa. Alright, next up, got Mustad Big Mouth hooks. So this is a 2-pack of hooks and 2 snap swivels. The snap swivels are different sizes. This looks like basically like a tube hook, so kind of a soft bend in the offset extra wide gap. 4/0 hooks, and yeah, they're hooks. Not a whole lot to say about them. And then, like I said, included snap swivels. Not quite sure what the point is, but that is from Mustad. They advertise as the Big Mouth Special Pack. Right, next up from Custom Lures Unlimited is the Zero Gravity Jig. I've got one of these before. It's a really interesting jig. I haven't gotten around to never got around to throwing the one I got previously. But what makes this jig really unique is it is designed to have a big profile while sinking very, very slowly. So the advertised fall rate's 1 foot every 3 seconds. So this thing really just flutters down. Kind of set up like a swim jig, but you can fish it like a conventional jig as well, just understanding that if you're in deep water, it will take absolutely forever for this thing to get down to the bottom. Kind of built-in trailer on the skirt, good flare on the skirt. This one's in a shad or blue shad color. That is the Zero Gravity Jig from Custom Lures Unlimited. And last up from Lake Lunkers, we've got the Floppin' Frog. And this is basically a toad, so topwater toad. The 2 things I noticed about this bait, one is this color is strange. They're basically clear, completely clear, with just a little tiny bit of flake in them. My concern with that is that the bass are going to have trouble locating these things. You're essentially relying on the fish to find the disturbance on the top and target solely the disturbance on the top, because they'll be very hard pressed to see the bait itself. The other thing I noticed about them is they're very, very small, so you're going to need a small hook to rig them. Ideally, you want to rig them on a belly weighted swim bait hook just to make sure they run right side up. But finding a screw lock type hook to rig these things in might be a little bit of a challenge just because of how small they are. The idea is to cast these things out. The feet actually come attached. I've already detached these. But cast it out and then just a steady retrieve along the surface with your rod tip up. Just create a little bit of disturbance. It essentially acts like a soft plastic buzz bait if you've never fished a topwater toad before. And that's the Lake Lunkers Floppin' Frog. Other thing in the box is the LTV sticker. And that's pretty much it for this month for the Bass XL box. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos, especially if you're in the market for a subscription tackle box. I've got several subscriptions that I unbox on camera every month. And when I get the chance to actually get out on the lake and do some fishing, I'll post some fishing videos as well. Share my videos with your friends. Get the word out, especially if they're in the market for a subscription tackle service. And anyway, till next time, cheers and tight lines.